Example is like I told you, we've just started a project in Saudi Arabia. Now, the way we looked at it and what is
the time frame of this?
It's a 1-year project, but then that is the first job given out by what is called the GCC, which is the Gulf Cooperation Council Railway Authority. See, there is this project where all the 7 Gulf nations want to have a unified railway system so that the trains can travel from one end to the other seamlessly. Okay. But there are 7 different countries. So unifying them means you need to have similar policies, similar standards, everything, because each country will be funding their own railway system. At the same time, you need to have a unified rule. So that is where this particular authority has been formed. And the first thing which we are doing is making the policy for them. So this will be the defining as to how each of those railways should operate. What should be the standards they should follow. So this is like the mother document for the whole GCC. So that's why. So this is something, again,
it's quite challenging because each country is different.
Exactly.
All the 7 countries.
Absolutely, each is different. Some of them have never seen a railway. See, Kuwait, Bahrain don't have a railway. They've never seen a railway, whereas Saudi and UAE have large railway networks already in place. So that's where the challenge is, that yes, some places build, some are planning, some are things. So you need to get all of them together and explain the do's and don'ts, goods and bads, because some of them will have some notion of what they've heard.
And it has to be operational in a year's time.
Exactly. So no, the policy should be in place in a year's time.
And
so that everybody, whoever is planning, has to follow that.
So final execution will take...
Based on this policy, each country will take that. So that's why this, like I said, this will be the mother document, which you don't get a chance very often. Because this is like a formation of a new railway. It was something like, say, 150 years ago, what would have happened on Indian railways.
So you have to deal with each country based on their requirements and give them
Fortunately, there is a GCC Secretariat, like the United Nations. There is a GCC Secretariat in Riyadh, where each of these country representatives are based. So we need to coordinate. But then, yes, we also need to discuss with individual railways, but there is a coordinating office. It's almost a mini UN Secretariat, actually. It's called the GCC Secretariat. So each country has a couple of representatives in that place where they hold the meeting and things like that. So that is relatively easy. But yes, we need to understand each of the countries, political, geographical requirements, everything, and then make something which is acceptable to all 7 countries.
So by the time it translates into action, it will take...
Yeah, it's a long process. In fact, that is something, again, we are looking at it, that yes, if we are there at the beginning, then we will continue to be there. So that is how we thought about it. That yes, because if you are creating the mother document, then everybody would like to, each country would like you to work with them because you understand the whole thing. So that is what we are.
So this requires a detailed study of each of these 7 countries.
What their plans are, what their thinking is, so that accordingly you can either modify it or incorporate it in your policy. So each 7 countries have to be studied properly, understood what they're going forward, what are they planning, and then make out this particular document. So that is why this is really
big.
It is, it is both lengthwise. The 7 countries together. So actually, you're making 7 document for 7 different countries.
Yes.
So that way it is big. Yes, and also, like I said, the skill required. It's not very easy to understand these interoperability issues as to how 2 countries, for example, very rarely you get an opportunity that one train will go into the other countries, and how do you share revenue? How do you share costs? It's because you're only buying a ticket in one country, but then you're maybe getting down another place. So how does the other country make money? So these are some of the challenges which are not very easy to answer. Fortunately, our team of experts have done this in various countries, so they were able to, and that's how, like I said, so this is where we feel that yes, the bigness is not just the size, but this kind of opportunity is big because you don't get to create mother documents for an inception kind of a railway. And also the challenge here is that it's different, like I told you, not run of the mill, because once this is over, it will be one of a kind project. It will be a showcase in the entire region, because everybody will refer to that particular document, which will become the Bible for them. So that way it's a very, so what you mentioned that yes, while routine projects we do, but once in a while we look for these kind of projects and go very aggressively in winning them, so that we are also able to showcase our strength, our technical competence, of our capabilities, that how we can do different things, how we can do innovative kind of things, rather than just run-of-the-mill engineering or just design.
So your role ends with providing
making that document. Yes, making that document, which will be, like I said, the
so it's up to the different countries to
that policy is what they'll have to follow. So each of the countries will be given that, and they will have to follow that.
The completion will depend on how well they follow what you've laid out.
There'll be no choice, because then the trains will not be able to run across. So so this will be the binding document for them. Once it's there, they can't deviate from this. So the challenge is that yes, in the beginning all of them need to come on the same plane, agree to the basic guidelines, and then we frame the detailing kind of thing. So that is, like I said, yes, countries by and large know what they are kind of looking for. So yes, it's not so difficult as it sounds, but then it is a challenge definitely, because 7 different countries, 7 different heads of state, 7 different policies, so definitely has its challenges.
Very interesting, because towards the end of our conversation, we are talking about a big project where you're literally bridging the Gulf.
True, bridging the Gulf, exactly. That's it's a big Gulf also. So that is something again. So that's why I say that, we need to look at, so this is a big thing for us. So that's why it's, and relatively small. There were bigger bidders, bigger companies who would bid for it. But we won it because of our strength, because of our technical competence. So there's no need to be scared of bigger competition or bigger players in the market. If you are capable, if you are strong, if you go with conviction, you definitely will be there kind of.